Hi all. Okay, we're gonna download Final Draft. Just go to their website. The newest version now is Final Draft 11. Here you can choose Mac or Windows. I clicked on Windows. It brought us to the download page. I click on Download Final Draft here. Save the file to my desktop folder. Only takes a second to download. I'm in Firefox, so I can open up the tools download and watch the status bar. Okay, so you can see it downloads really quick. Of course, it depends on your internet speed. Okay, pretty simple. And then here's the file I downloaded. Hi all. Let's install Final Draft. Here's the application I downloaded. I'll unzip it. And you can see it unzipped this folder, created this folder. There's the application. I'll double click it to run it. Just checking to see if I have enough space. Okay, on this screen just click next. Accept the license, click next. Okay, it's going to install the English thesaurus. This is where it's going to go as far as your start menu, and the default is fine. That's just the folder it's going to put it in. Then click next to begin the install. It's always fun to watch a status bar. Okay, so it's done installing. Click finish, and we'll have it go ahead and launch it. Start up the application. So Final Draft is on my start menu here. For some reason it didn't start up. Let's see what happens here. Okay, please enter in your number. Okay, so here's a splash screen, real-time collaboration, images, beat board improvements, multilingual support, tags, colors, night mode. Okay, so here's Final Draft. Clicking through some of the menus here, we've got a Home tab. On the Home tab, we got the spelling, thesaurus, paste, cut, copy. Here's some text formatting, insert an image, general note, script note, element settings, scene headings, dual dialogue, open, show the title page, script, different views, scene view, index cards, beat board, hide story map, hide navigator. This would be the navigator. Unsplit, you can change your view of how this shows up here. So this Home tab, it's kind of like Microsoft Word type of thing. Then we got a file menu, edit menu, view menu, format menu, insert menu, document menu, tools, production, and help. Okay, so these are what they call tabs, but you can think of them as menus. They aren't a traditional drop-down menu, but it's still the same type of deal. So most of these things are just like Word. If you know how to use Word, most of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Help, about Final Draft. Let's see what happens here. Final Draft version 11. Oh, there's my number there. Get help, deactivate. Oh, here's some cool stuff. Final Draft user guide. What's new? Sample scripts. Here's a link to finaldraft.com. Check for updates. Submit feedback. Register online. Deactivate. Get help. So let's say what's new here. Oh, okay, so that was that screen that we saw. So that brought us out to finaldraft.com. So subscribe to their newsletter. Final Draft user guide. Oh, it just brings us to their website. You can download the manuals as a PDF. So here's a PDF for Mac, Windows, version 10. So we'll get version 11 for Windows. I'd like to get a Mac, but they're expensive. My first couple computers were Macs. That was back around 95. Okay, so here's the user guide. 330 pages. Click this little arrow here to save it. Okay, so they start off going over the tabs too. So I taught Word in Microsoft Office for a few years, and on the surface it seems pretty easy, but if you start diving into every little icon on each tab, it can get pretty intense. So if you're not familiar with Word or Final Draft or what some of these things are, it could take a while just getting used to the buttons. If you're not used to tabs, if you're not used to the tabs, when Microsoft switched to tabs, used to be old-fashioned menus, right? Drop-down menus. When they switched to tabs, they said they know it's a steep learning curve going from menus to tabs. It was, for me too, it was hard to get used to. But once you get used to the tabs, they are a lot easier than menus. It's nice if you can hover over an item and you get a little pop-up, because if you use multiple programs, like if you look at some of these pictures, it's like, well, what's that picture mean? You just hover over it and you'll get a little pop-up that explains it. Let's see if we click on the F here. Let's see if we get something just recent. There should be options here somewhere. Here's options, tools tab, options. So you can go in and set things up the way you like it. Most likely, like if you're using an application and you say, man, I wish it would do this. Well, it probably can. You just got to go in and turn it on. Or if the application is doing something you don't like and you're saying, oh, I wish I could get rid of that, most likely you can. You just have to go in and uncheck it. So I know in Word you can go in and turn off those pop-ups, because sometimes they do get in the way. But just glancing through here, I didn't see an option to turn that off. These pop-ups. Okay, so we'll call her a day there. See ya. Bye.